I'd like to share it a bit. For me, we are looking forward when I was a girl. We are looking forward this Chinese New Year in the family, and because their celebration is the whole month celebration. It's a whole month, like it starts 2 weeks before, like the exactly Chinese New Year is February 5th. So we have 2 weeks before the 5th. The celebration starts 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after the 5th. So it's a whole month celebration of the Chinese New Year. Would you like to know what we do? Why it has so long? What we do 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after?
Oh yes, please share with us.
Actually, the ritual ceremony during the New Year's, when I grown up, I'm not really understand why and how they do things. The elders don't say much the reason why we do this and how we will do, but they just tell us we should do this, we should do this. But when I came here to the Hawai'i Museum and work with the Hawai'i Society, and then when they have a Chinese New Year celebration, I learned more. Actually, this is like my real university of life, and also learn more about my own culture. So I gained back who I am as a Chinese who born in another culture. So the connection to my own roots actually start because of the journey of traveling and coming here to Hawaii and work at the Hawai'i Museum, and to the research that we do for 15 years. So it's a whole process brought me to understand through this celebration. Understand from when we first do the research, the 2,000 pieces of record, okay, in the Hawai'i Society record. I did not know why and how we have to do. And my Chinese not really good because we not use them. The first thing we lost is our language. And then the written language we lost. So when come here, all this record was written in Old Chinese. So it inspired me to understand. So I'm learning more by working on this project. To the year, we found the booklets that related to the Chinese New Year. And then we learn more about how the Chinese used to do things. And they are different, okay? The ceremony of Chinese New Year, different community, as I said, may slightly different. And how the Chinese here in Lahaina do things, how the Chinese in Hawaii do for Chinese New Year. But only thing in common is the lion dance. They always have lion dance. Chinese New Year come with lion dance. The whole town said, oh, Chinese New Year, oh, lion dance. Everybody come here for the lion dance. Because that's one thing, everybody know the lion. Why the lion dance so significant? But they don't know why and they said Chinese New Year is a Gong Hei Fat Choi, Gong Hei Fat Choi. Actually, no, Gong Hei Fat Choi means Chinese New Year is Sun Min Fai Lao. But the word that they say is Chinese New Year actually is the wealth and abundance be with you. But because in the old day, it's very difficult, the life of people, they struggle to survive. So when they complete the one cycle of the farming season, celebrate the New Year, everybody have to looking forward to another year with abundance, with more wealth. So that's why it starts with Gong Hei Fat Choi, welcome to you. Next year we will have more food to eat, in the farming, because they're starting today in all day. Life in the village difficult, so start a new cycle here. We say that Gong Hei Fat Choi, and then Sun Min Fai Lao, Happy New Year. When we have food to eat, and then we will be happy. So now I understand why even the saying He fat choy. People this word more than sunny because it's a struggle. When our Chinese come here, they struggle to survive in a foreign country. When they make a trip coming to Hawaii, they're away from home, and the celebration bring everybody together. So that's why Chinese New Year is for many things that if you follow this, we put together this PowerPoint because it's written story that bring together how we celebrate the New Year's. So like you said, the 2 weeks before we will start cleaning our house. So we like cleaning the house because we are busy all year round. So cleaning the house, we get rid of things that we don't want in our life, our family. And we put on this called New Year blessings, called Nin Hua. New Year blessing we put in the house on the wall, in front the gate, when we walk into the house, the front gate, and there are stories behind that. Actually, before the invention of this paper, the New Year blessing, is made from wood, the wood carving, like the plaques and couplets. Okay, and after the invention of the paper, they will put all this blessing into the paper and put around the household. And in the old day, they put in front of the house. We believe, to bring the positive thing and into the family, and for protection also, the evil spirit or the negative energy not coming in. So the red color have a power of protection also. So that's the meaning behind. So we're cleaning the house now. We put the red, and then we make lots of food, preparing before the New Year's, and also a lot of belief things to do. Like if you own any people's money, you have to return the money you own. You start a good year, you don't own any money. You don't borrow money from people, and you have to return the money and start the good year clean. So there are many details what people like to do to start a good New Year. So, and this is the tradition start from because the kitchen is important. We believe in the kitchen. There is a kitchen god who took care of the family and who play important roles in the family and community. The kitchen god will do it in the New Year Eve. During New Year Eve, we will offering the sweet candy, incense, and pray for the kitchen god. So we believe the kitchen god will go to the heaven and report all the good things about the family, the positive thing to the family. So the kitchen like a center of the family and the community, because food is important. It's for everybody. Is important in the Chinese culture. So we honor, pray the God in the kitchen. And another aspect, will I move the next slide? This is the New Year. That during that I mentioned before, it's like a family reunion. They come together during the New Year's. The New Year Eve, like a Thanksgiving or Christmas Eve, people come to have a meal together. And that there are significant meaning of the food that we eat also, that interesting, why we eat this. Like this is as represent, it brings good luck, keep the unity of the family. So they have a symbolic meaning, even the food that we eat. And I remember some elders said the family important, the members, they have to make a journey home for the Chinese New Year dinner, New Year Eve. And if you cannot make it home, some family will have a chair for you, an empty chair to honor that you are a member of the family and let your spirit be with us. So that's why how important the family in our culture and tradition, and how to passing down the family tradition. Yeah, and you have any question before I move on?
I just wanted to say that's a very beautiful concept there, to have the chair, an empty chair, represent the family member who happens to be missing. And maybe it's they didn't make it, or could it also be that an empty chair would be my grandma passed away, and this is also for ancestors who passed on. Could an empty chair?
The empty chair is for the family who are living family. But
Okay.
We will honor our ancestor, the loved one who passed away at the New Year. So one of the slides we do ceremony.
Okay.
For the ancestors. That's important.
Yes.
One of the slides you will see.
Okay.
They will honor the first day, or maybe can I come later? We will talk about the first day of the New Year's. In the morning, we will do a ceremony honoring our ancestors who passed away. So this slide showed a very interesting concept when the Chinese New Year, the first meal of the year, they will eat a jai, it's a vegetarian traditional Chinese food for the New Year. It's a jai. Jai is like a monk food. It's the food of, it's vegetarian. Okay, so they start, this is the food that people love to have beginning of the New Year's. Is having this traditional jai, and all the symbolic meaning, as I said, ingredient put into this food, that also very interesting to learn from. But they put one thing that is not vegetarian, is the dry oyster. At the center, you see the dry oyster, the Chinese call ho xi, is symbolize good luck and good fortune. So, but that is not vegetarian. But we put that because it's the symbolic good meaning of this dry oyster. So, like I will highlight a few things like peanuts. We call fasan. Peanuts symbolize birth and also symbolize abundance. There are plenty of them. And then the other interesting thing is the black moss. You know, they pat choy. They in Cantonese mean choy means abundance or wealth. So they put this black moss fat choy because the sounds of the moss or fat choy symbolize wealth. You can see it's surrounding wealth, abundance, and good luck. So they eat this to have start a good new year with abundance and wealth, and unity in the family, and also long life, longevity. They use bamboo stick, which look like, you know, the bamboo symbolize long life. So, and the water chestnut symbolize unity. So the family important. They have to unite, helping each other to survive in the old days. So that's why we have to helping each other, keep the family together. Unity in the family is significant. And then therefore longevity for wealth. So these are surrounding this good positive things in life. and also for the survival in the old days. They have to survive. Is that interesting? So you like to move another slide?
Oh, yes. Let's come here.
So this one, I'd like to share. I like this concept too. But I have a sample here, okay? Everybody know what is line C, the red envelopes for good luck. They will give to the children during the New Year Eve when we have dinner together. And the parents, grandparents will give to the child. And it's not according to how much money inside, but it's a teaching for the children how to, the first money we not spend, we will save it for the future. Use the money, take care of our parents and grandparents. So, and the children will start learn how to save money and manage the money properly. So that's the teaching behind the line C. But I like to share channel. I bring one. This is the first line C. It's not in the slide. Can I share with you? It's before the invention of the red paper. Before invention of the paper and make into the red envelopes like this. Okay, the red envelopes for put the money in for good luck. In the ancient time, I learned this is from the research. They used this red thread with the ancient, because this is the money in the old days with the hole, and you string this and then tie in the baby's waist. And this is the first line C. And because so many children in the old days, they could not survive. They died young because the life, the socio-economic life in the family are very challenging. So very few children in the family can survive. So when the child survives, so the parents, grandparents very happy. So they put a red string with the points and blessing the child in the waist of the child, and said, "Oh, we are so happy and blessing for another good year to come." So that this is the first line C, very interesting for us to learn and to honor the tradition, why we use this and how, what meaning before the invention of the paper, okay, into this form. And today they use this for feeding the lions for good luck. Feeding when the lion dance, they always say for good luck, they put the line C, feed the lions for good luck. But in the old days, that's the tradition. Yeah. You have any question with this? Interesting, huh?
That is so interesting. I never realized that the coin is what preceded the paper envelope. Yeah, but
yeah, this is a first line seed.
First line seed.
I learned this not too long ago. I did not know this before. So when I came here, but this is one thing I really enjoy learning and understand why it's true before the invention of the paper. This is represent the blessing for the new year to the child.
Very good. Thank you so much for sharing this part. That's informative.